Hey everybody, Jason Moran here with Cardium. I want to talk to you today about family influencers. A lot of times we think about some family members that oftentimes the ones that come top of mind are the ones who cause us the greatest amount of problems. They're the over anxious, the over excited, the over controlling. They need to be in charge of every decision that goes on. They need to be the primary point of contact, although they're oftentimes not reachable. You know who I'm talking about. I'm sure everybody's got a few of them coming to mind immediately as I mention this. All right. However, remember, these folks have your patient, their family members' benefit as top of mind. They're trying to do their absolute best for their loved one. Sometimes it's productive, sometimes it's counterproductive. Sometimes they know just enough information to cause a whole lot of problems. Sometimes they do a lot of research that doesn't really apply to your patient's condition. But these people can be your biggest asset in your care team for your patient if approached properly. What I like to do is seek out who the family influencer is right from the beginning. Right from that very first meeting with the patient, I try to pre-qualify who the family influencer is. Now, whether that's the wife or the husband or a daughter or a niece or nephew or whoever the case may be, that's one of the things I ask for first is who helps out the most with this patient? Who's managing their medications, their appointments, their care plan, fluid restrictions, anything you might have, who that person is. And then I include them right from the very beginning in everything that we're doing, and we discuss every part of that together. By finding them from the onset, they feel that now they're a part of the team as well, and they're no longer in opposition with you. You'll often find, too, that by including them right from the very beginning, that they'll start coming forward with information that you may not have been able to easily grasp from the beginning because maybe your patient just doesn't like to divulge all their private information about it, or maybe they don't recognize where they're hurting or not following with the care plan or the restrictions that have been put in place, like fluid and sodium restrictions. That family influencer can be a wealth of information for you. Also, by initiating with them right from the very beginning, you can squash any, call it, misunderstandings, okay? Like I said earlier, sometimes they know just enough to get themselves in trouble or to get your patient into trouble. If you have a patient who's on fluid restrictions but is constantly complaining about being thirsty and they're taking a diuretic, that family influencer might decide that, oh, well, they're becoming dehydrated now and start giving them additional fluids, and that causes a whole lot of problems. If they're having issues with their blood pressure is higher than what that family influencer feels is a normal pressure for them and starts trying to have them take additional blood pressure medication, or the exact opposite, that maybe we're trying to maintain a low blood pressure because we have an afterload issue that we're trying to correct, and that family influencer decides to start restricting their blood pressure medications, or that they're up all night urinating and the family influencer is trying to encourage them to get more sleep, and so taking them off of their fluid pills in the evening. Any number of things. This is the perfect time to address them. It's the perfect time where you're probably going to get the most insight that they're even existing. This is when you're able to talk with that family influencer and find out that these are issues that they've been fighting with that you can now correct in the moment. This also presents the perfect opportunity to develop rapport with these folks, and so that you have someone that's a point of contact should you not be able to get a hold of your patient, or if your patient ends up in the hospital or is away on travel or any number of things. It gives you a second point of contact who really knows what's going on. All right? So family influencers can be a wealth of information, can be a huge asset to your care team. Seek them out from the very beginning, and I'm sure you'll find they're a very valuable asset to you. All right. Hope that helps. In the meantime, y'all take care of each other.